This is how they sound in First Love, like absolute idiots. Anyway, this is their cult leader, Dag Heward-Mills. I spent 18 years in his cult.
Exploits are a sign you know God, of how much you know God. Exploits are the works make people believe in you. Great things you are going to attempt, the war vision that we are going to attempt, is what will make even people believe in you more.
So he's grooming the congregation to introduce them to this new transcendent belief system. The war vision, as he describes it. So he's radicalizing the congregation to be on the war vision. So he's indoctrinating them with extremist, radicalized Christian because theology. He feels that he's getting persecuted and he feels he's got enemies. So because he makes the church cult synonymous with himself being equal to God, then the members internalize this and think that the war is against them because they're against his propaganda, isolation, us versus them tactic.
The great things you achieve, that's what makes people believe that God is in you. John chapter
All right, so
10.
this is textbook mystical manipulation. Do you see how he's using the scripture to twist and manipulate it for his own hidden agenda and motives? Everything in megachurch cults is external. They have a legalistic culture where works plus faith equals salvation. They believe that the fruits are in their work, in saving souls for Jesus Christ, because bums on seats equals coins. Do you see how he's introducing this new transcendent belief system, which is the war vision? But the hidden motive behind this is propaganda. Dag wants to drown out the voices of the survivors and the exposure. He's indoctrinating members to believe that through their great works and exploits, people will believe that they know God. In turn, this is building his empire and his kingdom.
Do it. The 100 somebody showed me a book of the churches that he has built. It makes me believe in the person. When you don't even believe a person's word, the works that the person has done, Jesus said it, if I don't do the work, don't believe in me.
Very subtle cult tactic. Dag is indirectly comparing himself to Jesus Christ. Dag has thousands of megachurch cults worldwide. So he's indoctrinating the members to think that even though there's exposure, even though people are talking about me, you can see in my fruits, the evidence is in the church cults that I've built. They don't focus on the real fruits of the spirit, patience, love, kindness, building mega churches. It's about taking over territory, which comes from the YT Lave mastermind. They colonized and took over our land, and we see it rife in the black churches. Yeah.
God's approval of you. Acts 2:22. The wonders, the signs, they are what God uses to show his approval of you.
This is absolute human feeling. So you can see that he's twisted and manipulated to make it out like God's approval is based on how many churches you can build. The signs, miracles, and wonders.
Jesus was a man approved of God by the miracles, by the signs, by the works.
This man is actually standing here and saying that God approved of Jesus by his works. All Jesus talked about was forgiveness and love and going within. He taught that the kingdom of heaven is within, but to them, all it's about is numbers, territory, dominion. This isn't about Jesus. This is about Dag showing his power. The coming of Christ was written in the stars, my love. Christ never needed approval. Isn't Christ supposed to be one with God? Isn't Jesus Christ supposed to be part of the Holy Trinity? So Dag, where did you get that from? They twist and manipulate and take the scriptures so out of context. The meaning of Christ and the divinity, the real reason that he came here. No greater love than a man laid down his life for his friends. All it becomes is about world dominion, the war vision. So let's get into it. Dag is introducing his new transcendent belief system as listed here. This is classic motivational militaristic propaganda designed to keep members working harder, giving more, and staying unquestioningly loyal, especially because Dag's image and control is under threat. So this is crisis management through escalation. Instead of addressing the allegations openly, he's manufacturing and emphasizing on an urgent mission, the war vision, and this is all their tasks and goals. This is how church cult members get radicalized. They feel like they need to take over all these territories and towns and villages and areas and cities and nations and disciples and pastors and churches and members and chapels and buildings and outreach. 100% loyal. This is why they run you down on the street. This is why they won't leave you alone. Because my man's getting indoctrinated and radicalized somewhere in Ghana jail. And he comes back to London fired up, wanting to take over all these territories and whatnot. This is a real epidemic, y'all. This is to distract the congregation from the scandal, frame critics as enemies of the vision, and rally members under a banner of unity, loyalty, and urgency. By shifting the focus to a war, he's reframing his personal exposure as an attack on God's work, meaning if people leave or criticize him, they're actually betraying the mission. Yeah, there is so much to unpack. A few takeaways. The specific but unreachable target. Make members work so hard for this unattainable goal that they'll never pushing reach. And striving to then we've got more. The empire building disguised as the use of language in territories and towns is expands faith into a conquest. The kingdom is really the leader's personal brand and financial growth. Proof the leader is anointed, making it harder for members to see the abuse and the exposure. Members are conditioned to believe that their worth is tied to how much they contribute to the expansion. And lastly, emotional grooming through propaganda. The war vision is emotional grooming. It rewards overwork and obedience as signs of holiness. Questioning it as betrayal, and blurs the line between serving God and serving the leader's ego and empire. This has been a lot of information to take in. I really wanted to break down the cult tactics, indoctrination, and manipulation. If you watch this to the end, then I'm deconstructed and deprogrammed the hell. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think? What's your thoughts? Let me know. I'm Leah Lord, your favourite mega church cult survivor. Why not check out my other crazy, wacky content on mega church cults?